understand its true worth is during JEE preparation. So don't let your assignments pile up and make a big heap of them and finally throw them in the closet. So best way to manage them is to solve them and get it over with before the deadline. And be regular with self-study and don't get disheartened and lose your interest if some chapters in the beginning are really tough, and at the same time don't get overconfident if some starting chapters are really easy. So every chapter is like a new challenge and every chapter is equally important. JEE can ask from any chapter. Now one major thing which every JEE student must master is the balancing act. And I am telling you from the bottom of my heart that it is really important to balance all the three subjects, that is physics, chemistry and maths. From the starting I was not good at chemistry and I used to neglect chemistry, but it is only due to Muzumdar sir that I was able to balance all the three subjects. So according to me, a 60-60-60 score in PCM is better than a 130-50 out of 100. Firstly, because JEE already has subject-wise cutoffs, so you must clear the cutoff in every subject. And secondly, if some subject is supposedly tough, then you must be able to compensate for that in some other subject. So not only balance between all the three subjects, but you also require balance between studies and other activities like sports. And there is also balance between JEE and other competitive exams and boards. So it's a lot tougher than balancing books on your head. Now during JEE preparation, you might come to a point where things get a little monotonous. At least I did. And there was a time when in every week in ICAD we used to have a practice test and my score was neither increasing nor decreasing. So the best way to get is set short-term goals for yourself and set up a new challenge for yourself in every test. Raise the bar high each time, and just that you don't lose interest in any subject, it's good to read beyond the text, because if you lose interest then you will start neglecting that subject, and this will also help you to prepare for some Olympiads and other exams. Now most of the reporters or other students who meet me always ask me that how many hours do you study every day? And I find that this is the hardest question to answer, even harder than any question I faced in JEE. So I answer them by saying that when I sit to study, I do not look at the clock. So never fix how many hours to study every day. Just study till you are able to concentrate and understand, and then take break if you are not able to. And the hours of study should be such that they match with the JEE exam time. So the time of the day when your mind is most active should be when you will be giving the JEE. And any small task you do, it must be, you should check the time, that how much time you require to do that task, so that it is helpful to develop JEE strategy, that how much time you should have an analysis of yourself, that how much time you require to solve how many questions. Now one major problem that many of you might face, just like I did, is that you might develop stress. So most students underperform in JEE due to stress. Now stress can be during exam time or during this 2 years. So it is not that you have to study every day or work really hard. You can take breaks on weekends, and we all know that fresh minds can concentrate and focus better. The best way to try performing under stress is by mock testing and competition. So it is important to take every test seriously, only then you can practice performing under pressure. One slogan which I carried with myself like it was my blood group is be positive. So there is no need to get disheartened if you are not able to do good in some test, or if things are not going your way. And many people just say that I want to get in first 500 or I want to get in first 100. So I think that the best strategy is never think about your expected rank or marks. Just go out there and give it your best shot. Let the JEE people decide what rank you should be. And don't get disheartened with your mistakes. This is the time when interaction with the faculty will help you a lot. And don't hesitate to ask even the simplest of your doubts. Because as I said earlier also, JEE can catch on anything. Now many of you might have been to casinos, and casinos are like try your luck. So there are these Olympiads which you will encounter, which are try your knowledge. And these exams give a lot of confidence that you are at par with the national standards. And I am saying this because, as I said earlier also, I was not really good at chemistry, but I still managed to crack chemistry Olympiad. And it was the only thing in 2 years which told me that yes, I can crack IIT JEE chemistry. Now some Olympiads, like Maths Olympiads especially, might require you to deviate from your aim of JEE. And then you will have to find time to prepare for those Olympiads, and another thing gets added to your balancing act. So you should go for these Olympiads only if you are really interested, and your interest is what will drive you to find time for these Olympiads. However, some such as Physics Olympiad and Chemistry Olympiad are the best mock JEE that you can give. They are national level examinations, and if you qualify them, then you get a real confidence. So you must give a try at these exams also. Now my experience with Olympiads has been a really wonderful one, and I am giving these exams right since standard 5 or 6, and I also qualified the first major exam which I gave, which was the Regional Maths Olympiad. So that also encouraged me to give these extra exams, and these are just some of the exams which I gave, and most of you must have heard about this, or if not, you will come to know about it. Now, although I was really good at maths, but I never got a perfect score in maths, and it was solely due to one problem, and that is I used to commit a huge lot of silly mistakes, a lot of calculation errors, and the reason why you never perform up to your potential is because you commit silly mistakes. Now to avoid silly mistakes, you will have to go out of your way and do some special measures you will have to take to avoid silly mistakes. So the first thing is you have to keep track of how often you commit silly mistakes. Suppose you are solving 60 questions in 1 hour, then you must count that how many of them you got wrong because you committed a silly mistake. So suppose 10 questions you got wrong, then it is important that you reduce your speed still further so that you don't get any question wrong because it was a silly mistake. And that will be your true speed while solving. You should use that speed while solving JEE paper also. And